Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I've got like a fairly elegant set which I'm super happy about, so I'm super excited to show you guys. Here are the two Madam Glam gel polishes I'll be using. We've got Lilac Pursuit and Rose. So the Rose is a gorgeous pink, very pretty pink, and the Purple Pursuit is in the name. It's a purple. It's a really pretty purple as well. Gorgeous colors. We're going to do some ombreing today. We are going to matte top coat these. I'm so sorry if it feels like I'm matte top coating everything recently. I don't know why. I never have a preference, so I don't know why I keep picking up the matte top coat. Maybe it's just closer to me and I keep picking that one up. Not too sure. I hope you guys don't mind the matte sets. But yeah, especially in today's video, I feel like it's a matte top coat must-have kind of set. It just hits so much more different with the matte top coat, which you will see later on in the video, or I hope you saw in the thumbnail. So starting off, we're going to apply our base colors. So today we are going to have two full purple nails. We are going to have one full pink nail, which we're about to do now, and then we are going to have two ombre nails. And for today's design, I decided to do the ombre in a slightly different way. If you're a regular on my channel, you probably know that I usually like to put down a white color down first before I go ahead and ombre with my sponge. But today I kind of wanted a bit more of a subtle ombre, so placing the white background first gives it a very strong, the colors really pop. And without popping the white background you see in today's design, it's a bit more of a subtle ombre. The colors don't pop as much. Which is great, you know, you might not always want it to pop that much. So today's was one of those sets. It's still a beautiful ombre and, you know, the colours are pigmented. I just feel like they're not so, like, the oomph isn't there as much. So you'll see later in the video once we're done with the ombre. So we are just going to dab it away. Then we're going to sprinkle some clear acrylic, just my standard way of ombreing. And then with our second layer of top coat, not top coat, second layer of ombre, you'll see the colours really get a bit more pigmented. It's always just the way, and usually I do 3 layers, so I'll show you guys the second layer on camera, probably just to show you guys it kind of become more of an ombre, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the third layer off camera, just my usual. Don't want to bore you guys too much with the same kind of content. So here is our first layers going into the lamp, and we've also applied a second layer of the colours in the background too. The nails have came out of the lamp now. We're just going to reapply our gel polish on the sponge, and then we are going to dab away again. And as you can see, here is the results. The second layer is always so much more opaque, so much more pigmented. It starts to look like a proper ombre. So we're just going to finish that, and then we're going to pop it onto our little stand, because before we cure these, the other ones in the background need to cure as well. But before we do that, we are going to sugar a nail, as the hint was probably already in the video and in the thumbnail, but we've already got a little glitter on the right hand side. So it was kind of the closest purpley glitter that I could find in my collection at the moment, the closest fine glitter I could find anyways. So I've decided to glitter up one of those purple nails that we have, because we've got 2, so I decided why not, let's glitter up one of them. So this glitter is kind of nice because it's not as close of a pink like the one we've got in the background, but it's also not a proper purple. So it's that kind of in-between kind of colour, which actually made the set look kind of cute. I really like this glittery nail in today's set. So since the gel polish isn't cured, I'm just going to sprinkle it all over that nail, and then we'll be able to cure the whole set and just cure it in place. That's just how I love to glitter up my nails, sugar them up, make them look all nice and sparkly. That's probably why I like glitter so much, because I just love sparkly things, whether it's crystals or glitter. It just has to sparkle for me. The moment it sparkles, it's literally the one for me. So this is it, looking beautiful. See, when I place it next to the pink, it's just not close to it, and same with the purple, so it's just that in between. Now everything has been cured, so it's time for a bit of nail art. So I'm using my Glitterbels Unbelievable Gel. I've got some white here, and this is probably the most tricky part of it all. Or maybe there's one more tricky part later, but I'll get to it. So we are basically going to outline a French tip, but we're not actually going to colour it in. So this is where you really need to take out your French tip drawing skills. Or just put them to the test anyways. So you have to have a fairly steady hand, and maybe also a good visual of how you want the French tip to look. and how to do it. So I picked the point in the middle and I'm just trying to maintain the same thickness of the line when I'm doing that curve line. And then once I'm happy, I am going to perfect it off camera. I'm going to go in and out, but here we go. There's one of them done. We are going to repeat it on the other nail. I do try and leave a bit more of it on camera. Here I'm trying to dot away, trying to just get it as symmetrical and as identical, I can't even talk today, as identical as the other ones. So I've done my dot, I'm trying to do the same one. Of course, naturally, they're just not going to be identical as much as I try, unless you're a massive, you know, pro at it, then oh my god, that's great. But I'm not, and luckily the two nails are not next to each other, so we won't be able to see. And also don't worry too much either, because we are going to put a fairly big like crystally charm in the middle, so nothing to worry as much. We are also going to of course do the side, which I did off camera on the other nail. This one where I've decided to leave on camera. I think it was just depending on how it was going at the time. So the other nail I was faffing about a bit. This one I was winging it straight away, like it was just going great. I do think I got off camera for a little bit just to finish it up. Things like this, I just really, when they're very precise linings, I like to have it really close to my face, and obviously that can't really happen if I'm recording. So although I fixed up my recording, like the way I record, there's still, you know, bits and bobs here and there where I can't get it fully on camera. So these are the two nails done next to each other. They're cured and in the background now. So it's time for a crystal placement. This nail is going to have some 3D flowers, which I think are amazing. This is the last bit that's going to be a bit hard with one of the petals. So I'll get to that when we get to it. But first up, we're going to apply some AB crystals. So I'm going to apply a bigger size down first, and I'm going to surround that crystal with smaller sizes. So I'm just picking them out now. Sorry about my head a bit in the camera there. It's just when the light is like glaring at the crystals, I find it quite hard to distinguish the different sizes since I have this mix. I can't really see very well when I'm looking at an angle and then the light is like glaring at it really hard. It's quite hard for me to see. So I had to sometimes get my head in them. But they're picked out, and I picked out 5 crystals. So they're going to surround that one big one in the middle, and then I'm going to cure it just so it doesn't move about. And yeah, because we're going to do some 3D petals in just a moment, so they're going into the lamp. It will come out, and this is the 4D carving gel that I'm going to be using, my all-time favorite. I love this company. You can get this company on, what is it, AliExpress. Amazing. They've got a bunch of colors. I am looking at doing a video kind of showing you guys all the colors, but I'm still in the process of buying them all. There's a lot. I mean, a lot. Not too much, but more than I was kind of expecting in the first place. So as you probably all know, this is just a great alternative to people who are not so comfortable with acrylic, and it's also amazing because it doesn't set until you cure it, so you can literally mess about with it, create petals for as long as you want, perfect them for as long as you want until you are happy, which is great. So I'm going to place 2 bigger circles, one at the top, one at the bottom, and then I'm going to place 3 slightly smaller circles in the middle next to those crystals. As you can see, the method for me to pick up those little balls is to use a dotting tool, and then whatever I scrape up, I place on my hand, and I just roll up into a little ball and then place it exactly where I want it. Of course, if at any moment you pick up too much, there we go, you can just take some off. And yeah, just literally, it's so nice. Literally, there's no time restraint. You can work as slow or as quick as you want, and just play about with it until you're happy, which is literally amazing for me. Like, you don't have to worry about creating, you know, the liquid to powder ratios, like none of that stuff, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. And it also cures and looks just like acrylic flowers, which I also think is super great. So this is now the tricky bit. And the 3 ones on the left hand side will be fine, but the top one and the bottom one are the most tricky one. These are, I'm not too experienced in those just yet, I'm still kind of practicing, but those are meant to be those long ones. So I'm trying to mimic those typical flowers that you get when people do acrylic flowers. So, you know, there's pluses and minuses of both, but I find that the 4D carving gels are quite difficult to do those flowers. That's just because I don't know how to do them. So there we go, we did one at the bottom. I had to do it off camera, I'm afraid. It took me a long time, and yeah, a lot of faffing about. So here I tried to leave this one in, and that's when this one just goes a bit wrong. It's not very pretty. I did try and fix it up a little bit. It's not too noticeable. You guys might notice it just because I've, you know, you'll see me doing it and how bad it first looked. I did make it look a little bit better, but it's definitely not as pretty as the one at the bottom. But once again, it's just practice makes perfect. As you can see, I'm just not naturally amazing at it. It does take practice, and maybe one day I'll be able to do amazing like those long petals. At the moment, I've mastered pretty much only those like normal petals, which you'll see in just a moment. Those 3 that we've got on the left hand side, they're not fully done yet. I just pressed them down slightly. But now it's time for those. So those are super easy to do. As you can see, literally 5 seconds and they are done. It's just those longer ones. So here it is. The bottom one is nice, the top one not so much, but it's fine. I'm still like trying to fix it up and make it look pretty, but you know what? I just have to accept it. Just accept how it looks. There's just, yeah, not much we can do to it. So once you're happy with it, pop it into the lamp. It will cure nice and matte, which is great. And now it's time for some top coats. So I'm going to apply the top coat on all the nails, of course, excluding the glittery nail. And then once those are done, we've got one very nice last quick step. So I've got these gorgeous gold little charms with some beautiful purple little crystal in the middle and some pearl detailing, which you'll see in just a second. And I've had them for a while. I always find these quite difficult to incorporate into nail designs, so I decided to pop them into today's design, and I think like they literally fit so well, in my opinion anyways. If you think otherwise, let me know, or if you agree, let me know too. But I just think they're so cute and fitted in quite nicely. Even though we have no gold in the set, still I feel like they don't really stick out any different than anything else in today's set, and it's a very nice elegant set. I think it looks very nice. I personally literally fell in love when I did it the first time off camera. I was literally obsessed. I could not stop looking at it. It looks amazing in person, so do try and recreate it if you wanted to, or try recreating it with different colors or whatever it is, but trust me, you're not going to regret it. It's amazing in person. I really hope the camera gives it justice. So now that the top coat is applied, we are going to cure it, and here we go. They are done now, and it's time to apply those little charms. So here they are, gorgeous little charms. Love them so much. I got them on Shein. They came in a pack of 10. You can get all sorts of different colors in the middle. So this one is like the pinky purpley one. I think I have some blue, maybe some other color too. So I'm just going to pick up some McArthur Instant Glue Gel and just place it in the middle. As in the middle as possible. The charms are quite heavy, so you see me apply one and quickly go off camera because I'm popping it into the lamp just so it doesn't move, and I'll be back again to apply the other one, so you see in just a second. There we go. So as you can see already, it just kind of moves, so you want to place it as center as possible and then pop it into the lamp as quickly as possible too. So there we go. I went off camera. I'll be back in just a second to apply the second one. And then once I'm happy, once again, into the lamp, and then I'll show you guys the final results, which I'm so excited. I love it so much, this one. So much. There we go. Alright guys, so here they are. What do you think? I think they're super cute. I love them. Like in person, they really hit different. I might end up recreating it on literally proper press-on nails so you guys can really see them on the hand and just how amazing they look. I'm obsessed. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!